Hello, this is Guy Hutchinson. This is Pointless Nostalgia. Today, we're looking at some of my favorite YouTubers, and we're trying to see if they fake it. And what I'm looking for is, are they lying to us? Are there challenges and things that they're doing that aren't real? And I'm going to try to expose some of these people. All of the ones we're looking at today are my favorite YouTubers. These are all channels that I regularly watch, and I've been thinking about this because Mr. Beast put out a new video.
Boat. We are now stranded for 7 days.
In the video, Chris, well, first of all, let me tell you, the video is Mr. Beast and like 5 of his buddies. They're on a raft in the middle of the ocean.
And while they're preparing the shelter for the storm, I'm going to tell you guys about Shopify. Because...
And that's it. They're just on a raft. And the whole challenge is, can they be on a raft in the middle of the ocean? Answer is yes. They could be on a raft in the middle of the ocean. During it, though, they're all miserable. So everybody's unhappy. It is not Mr. Beast's best work. I will say this. Everybody's unhappy. No one seems like they want to be there. This seems like a miserable thing to do. So you're watching a bunch of miserable people be miserable. But in it, there's one point where it's like raining or something, and Chris says this.
We would have just filmed this in a studio, but no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
Why would he say that? Here's the thing. Once he said it, I was like, oh, well, why, wait a minute. Whoa, wait, why is this being, the fact that he says it makes me think that this was a possibility, or he says it like we're the channel that doesn't fake it. Other channels fake it. Which channel are you referring to, Chris?
$100,000 water park experience that my best friend and I are flying to. And this is a $1 water park experience that I sent my other friends off to without no.
That's what I'm wondering. It's like, who fakes it and how do they fake it? So they could have done it in a studio. Mr. Beast, they definitely could have. I can't imagine that this was fake. Here's my thing. They could have done this in a studio. Here's why I don't think this video is fake. It's really boring. Like, nothing exciting. The only exciting thing that happens is that there's a pelican that shows up throughout.
This is crazy.
A pelican's got a pelican, so if a pelican's there, I'm into that part of it. But the pelican even leaves at one point. You could tell they were like, oh no, the pelican left. That was our star. It was our new Viking. So I'm going to say Mr. Beast, he's not faking this. This is real. I think he's got too many people with him that if he faked it, we'd all hear about it. And boy, it would be a scandal. People would be, scandalized by it.
Fair as wonderful as this, with these kind of proceedings and with these wonderful people and wonderful girls from the entire world, have got to be on some kind of dope, ladies and gentlemen, believe me.
All right, this next one I want to talk about is AllEars. So AllEarsNet, I think they have one of the best YouTube channels. I probably watch more hours of their YouTube videos than anybody else. They put out these relatively long videos on a very, very consistent basis. Not daily, but pretty close to it. Some of their videos are talking head videos like this, and those ones are fun because the talking heads they have, they're good talking heads. I like all their talking heads, but most of their videos, they go into the Disney theme parks, which I love. And they walk around and they do these challenges. So they'll have a list of things they have to do.
Well, joke's on her, because I always wanted to go this way and I was being a gentleman.
Okay.
First things first, my goal is to try and get 5 in a row and to not go for the whole board.
And you got 2 guys and they're trying to do these things and see who can get all the things done first. And I love this. I love this for a couple reasons. One is I just love watching videos of Disney theme parks, and this gives like this new angle to it. It gives it a new reason for you to watch it. And I will sit there and just take it in. I love it. The only thing I don't love is that they put this really bad music in place of the Disney ride music. And I get it. It's for a copyright strike reason, but man, this stuff's bad. I mean, it's bad. Like this music, this is my one suggestion to you guys. If you happen to see this, don't use the music. Just, clear the music out and then talk over it, or I don't know what else you can do, but, maybe just crowd noise would be better. I mean, this, that stuff is no good. I mean, this is like Casio keyboard that you got for Christmas in 1987.
Come on, Roof. Got it. Now, whenever I want Rufus to hit it, I just hit this button. Oh, the Casio your SK1 sampling keyboard because the show must go on.
I don't know how much you guys paid for this stuff. It's no good. I don't like it. They will go on these challenges and they'll be like, hey, you have to go to the bakery and get this, or you have to do this. And sometimes the things that they're doing in their challenges are like a mystery. You know, it's like you have to find 6 of this, you know, because it's a scavenger hunt sometimes or something like that. So you're watching it going, oh, where would they do? Where can they see that? And then you're like, oh, I know they could do that. And they could do it the American Adventure or in Mexico. It could be either one. Let's see which way they go. And so I get really into these challenges. And these always seem real. You know, they seem good. They seem, they seem like they're communicating with each other. I feel like because they're friends, there's usually no prize. You know, you're not watching them for any kind of prize. But I don't know, like, it doesn't matter to me that there's no prize. It's kind of like if you go to a baseball game and you watch like the little race.
Big Bills bobblehead day. 4 other presidents in tow, well behind. And you know when the pierogies appear, something bad is about to happen.
The Hot Pockets are still in town?
They are. Haven't been microwaved yet. Down goes Abe. Teddy's next.
And you just watch it. You're like, come on, come on, come on. You know, where they say, well, what number is the amount of people in the stadium today? And you're like, B. And when they say B, you're like, yes, like, because you cheer. And that's why I find their videos work so well. Now, I don't think that they fake these videos. I don't see the reason to fake them. But there was one in particular that I questioned whether it was being faked and whether it should be faked. So in this one, they have this girl. Her name is Fry Bucket. I don't know why. I don't know why that's her name. I have no idea. She seems like a lovely young lady. I have no idea why you would call her this. I don't know why you guys can't call her by a real name. But she's very funny. She's very smart. She's a former cast member in Galaxy's Edge, so she's like super, like out of all of the ones on the staff, I think she's the one that I always feel like I'm going to learn something new when she's going through stuff. She's also very small and she's fast. She kind of moves through the crowd. So she's usually very good at the challenges, and she embarked on a challenge where she was going to try to go on every Disney ride without sleeping.
Time check, it's 4:30. I'm about to hop into this lightning lane right now.
I thought this was a great challenge. I watched this video and she was really going through stuff, right? She was hitting a lot of attractions and she was having troubles. Like things weren't going 100% her way. So I was like, wow, this seems legitimate. This is all legitimate. Now, day 1 comes to an end.
Oh, magical. So magical.
And she gets in a car with Quincy, one of the other members of the show, one of the other team members, one of the other staff members.
Get in, loser. Let's stay up all night. All right.
She gets in the car with her, and the first night, they do this elaborate video. It's a separate video. It's a good video, too. It's what you can do in the middle of the night at Disney World. And it's pretty funny. I enjoyed the video. It was a nice separate video, and I thought, well, she's definitely staying up, right? She could go to sleep. I mean, we're not going to know, right? So then we get to day 2, and for some reason, they put her with this girl, Emma, who's another staff member, who leaves her alone. This woman has now been up for 2 days. She's been doing Disney rides over and over for 2 straight days, and she leaves her alone to stare at a computer screen. This is a terrible idea. This is the way to put this poor girl to sleep. And she falls asleep, and they go in, they show her.
Fry. Fry. Did you fall asleep? Did you fall asleep? What time? It's 2:30.
There's a couple reasons why I believe this is real. First of all, her reaction seems like when you've just been awakened. My thing, when somebody wakes me up and I'm not supposed to be asleep, like if I'm on the phone with you and it's late at night, I'm like, I'm super tired. I'll talk to you later. And they're like, and then I kind of drift off and they go, Guy. And I go, what? They're like, you were asleep. And I'm like, no, I wasn't. That's always my reaction. I'm like, why would you say I would fall? I would never fall. I've never fell asleep in my life. Like the next day, they're like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was asleep. I have no idea why my mind immediately jumps to, I will defend the proof that I will go to my deathbed not sleeping because I don't believe in sleep. So she falls asleep And it seems real. Now, there's two. First of all, Emma, you had to keep this girl occupied. You should never have left her alone in this room. This should not have happened.
Now, 2:45, and Fry's been working most of the night, but I've not really heard from her. I can hear that she's listening to videos, but I don't think she's moved. I'm really nervous.
Now, I was wondering, why didn't they just let her sleep? We don't know. Here's the thing. The first one, they're showing everything they're doing that night. Second one, they're not. They're just like literally going to cut to hours later and she'll be awake. So why didn't you just let her sleep? We don't know. And then she could finish it and we could all go, yeah, she did it. She accomplished the thing we wanted her to accomplish. And look, nobody would know but those two, right? So only those two would know that she faked it. And look, if it got out, like, would we care? Would anybody be like, oh my God, well, if I can't trust the all ears scavenger hunt, I feel like they should have faked it. And then I start thinking, what if this is fake? You know, what if they're faking her falling asleep? And I was thinking, this is the way I would do it. I would fake her falling asleep, right? So I'd say, okay, so you're going to do this much. And hey, I would have probably faked that first night. I've been like, hey, you can sleep tonight, and then tomorrow night we'll do the thing. You know, we'll take a day off in between each day of recording this video. So that first night would be like the next night. So that way, you know, you're not falling asleep at all because you're really falling asleep off camera on the off day when you're not shooting this video. But then I guess maybe it's too many days you're taking to shoot the video. But regardless, what I would have done was I would have faked this so that you have this video where she falls asleep, right? So she's like, man, I came so close. I was only a few attractions away. I could have done this, and I fell asleep. And then she tries it again. She does a do-over, a second video. And we all tune in. We're like, oh my God, is she going to make it this time? And this time, she doesn't even get that far. She falls asleep earlier, right? Oh my God, we're devastated. The fry bucket will not be able to complete this challenge. And then another member of the team, let's say it's the redhead, Quincy, right? The one that picked her up and drove her around, stabs her in the back and she attempts to do it, right? Right? And so now everybody's watching like, oh my God, is Quincy going to show up the fry bucket, which she already has because she gets to be named Quincy and the other one has to be named Fry Bucket. You think, is she going to show her up and complete this? But then no, Quincy comes one attraction away, right? She's so close. She's this close and she can't do it, right? She fails. And then Fry Bucket says, I'm doing it. I'm going one more time. And so on her third time, bam, she knocks them all out. She does it. She completes it. But there's something that's wrong. There's some little thing that everybody says, you know what, that seemed a little fishy. You know, maybe like during it, there's one attraction that closes down and she's like, well, I definitely can't do this because it closed down. So it's like asterisk, right? So then Quincy comes back and she tries to, I mean, you could stretch this out to 10 videos this way. So I don't think she faked it. I think she should have. Fry Bucket, you should have faked this. I think she should have faked this.
We would have just filmed this in a studio.
I'm still thinking about what Chris said on the Mr. Beast video. What about, there are other Mr. Beast type channels that do a lot of the same things. Like there was a time where they all did finding a Skittle in a thing of M&Ms, or maybe finding an M&M in a thing of Skittles. I can't remember which one. Like, you know, Faze Rug did this.
I just bought $10,000 worth of Skittles, and I'm gonna put one M&M in the Skittles pool, and the first person to find that M&M wins $10,000.
This guy did this.
I have an idea. Nothing works better than my freaking eyes. Going like this.
And this guy did this.
What is going on, guys?
And this other guy did this, and they're all looking for it, and you could fake that. These videos, again, these are like, Faze Rug, this is like his family and friends. It's like, here's my family and friends competing for $10,000. I mean, look, if your family and friends are your family and friends, you could be like, look, I'm going to pretend I give you $10,000. I think it's, there might be some fakey, right? Might be some, hey, you know what? Maybe they even buy some Skittles. They're like, hey, we're only buying M&Ms. Those people at home, they're suckers. They don't know if we got a Skittle in the M&M or an M&M in the Skittle. We just put all Skittles. It's all Skittles. We're just going to hold one up and be like, da-da, silly people at home, this is an M&M. I think they did fake it. I'm going to say they are faking. They're faking everything. It's all fakety, fake. I know Faze Rug, he doesn't fake these. He did one where he almost scared his mom to death.
What is going on, guys?
It was terrible. I felt so bad for her because his mom seems super sweet. He's super sweet, by the way. This kid is like out of just about all the YouTubers, this is the one where you're like, this is a nice kid. I mean, this is a good, I'm glad this kid gets $25 billion to sit in his driveway and shoot hoops all day. I'm glad this kid gets to do that. Speaking of shooting hoops, Dude Perfect. I love Dude Perfect. They're one of my favorites. My son really loves them. They're one that we like to watch together. I'm going to show you, this is from their first video ever. They do these trick shots. So these ones aren't that elaborate. As time goes on, their trick shots got crazier and crazier, where it's like, we're going to go in a helicopter, we're going to throw a football at it, it's going to go through a basketball hoop, then go into a pond, it's going to have a spear on the tip of it that's going to spear a fish, and then the fish is going to float to the surface right in this spot right here where we painted a goal. And it's like, whoa, and they'll do it, right? But the thing is, they've shown bloopers. And you could see that they don't get everything right. They're admitting, look, we don't get everything right every time. Well, they did this video for the WWE for WrestleMania when it was in Austin, Texas, or Dallas, Texas. It was in Texas a few years ago. I don't know, Texas is a big state. Texarkana, Texas. It was in Mud Lick, Texas. Anyway, they were in Texas. It was in Rootin' Tootin', Texas, doing this stunt for the WWE where they were throwing a football with Pat McAfee. They're throwing a football. Is Pat McAfee's Pat McAfee, is that an antivirus program for your computer? Because he was a former pro football player, I believe. And the Dude Perfect guys had to land a football through a hole, like from the top of the stadium. And they fake it. Here, watch this.
Do it for the people.
Here we go!
Oh, it's nice. Go home!
Yeah! If you look, I'm going to slow it down. So it's fake. But they don't have control over this. Like for their videos, they wouldn't fake it. And so from what I hear is the WWE was like, we're out of time. We gotta fake this now because you guys couldn't get this shot, which who can get that shot? But apparently for those guys, they would take all day to try to get that shot. And they'd come back tomorrow and try to get the shot until they got the one shot that worked. And then they put that in the video. And at that point, first of all, you still have to be amazing to get that even once out of a million times. I could throw it a million times, not going to get it, right? So these guys are very amazing to be able to do it. And that's what we want to see. We want to see them get it. So even if they are faking it by cutting out all the bad attempts, they're not lying to us. And that's what we want. It's like if you make a movie and you flub your line, you're going to cut it out. So they flub their shot over and over, I'm sure. But hey, so I don't think they fake it. I like those guys. I don't think they fake it. I think I've seen when they shaved the eyebrows off one of the two twins. They got two twins. Well, they got one twin, two twins. They got two kids, two guys, two young men that are twins. I also don't think that they fake their names because their names... They've got like a Cody and a Corey, and I don't think I think you'd make up new names if you had a Cody and a Corey and you were making up the names. You would be like, oh no, too similar. We gotta have something else.
We've got Cody, we've got Corey. Guys, what can we expect here tonight?
And the twins aren't Cody and Corey. I'd be Cody and Corey would be my twins. If I'm naming this, so I don't think they faked their names. I don't think anybody was accusing them of it, but I don't think they did. All right, this next one, Mr. Morrow. I love this guy. I love this guy. This guy is like he's a Disney blogger. He goes around to different places. He doesn't do challenges, so really he doesn't belong in this video, but I want to show clips of a video he did that I was worried was too real. So I wish it was more fake. I love this guy. He's like a Disney vlogger. He loves Disney. He's kind of like this, and I'm saying this in the nicest possible way. He's like a bumbling everyman, and I think I relate to him. I look at him, I'm like, this guy's me. He's a big, dumb goof like I am, and I love him. I mean, I just love watching this guy. I watch this guy a whole lot. I'd never miss one of his videos, and he's got this company, Roosevelt's, that makes these wacky shirts he wears, and they send him everywhere. They like send him, not just he'll go to Disney, but they'll be like, why don't we send you to Paris for the weekend? And I guess they do it. They must be selling a lot of those shirts. And he goes places, and he went to New York, and he was all by himself, first of all. He didn't dress appropriately.
And I don't have any pants. I live in Florida.
I'm watching this, and I'm thinking, Mr. Morrow, Nate, I'm not that far. Just call me. I'll bring you a jacket. I'll bring you, Jackie. You don't need to Uber. I'll drive you around. I'll take care of you. I was worried about this, man.
I've also just realized I made another mistake and I left my phone in my Uber. I don't have my phone on me. This is heartbreaking right now. I don't even know. I'm kind of panicking right now.
It's like, I mean, this is terrible, right? So you're like, is this maybe some drama for the video? Because it could be.
I called it again and he picked it up and he said he'll bring it back to me as long as I stand here and wait. And he said it'll take about an hour. And I told him I'd take care of him, give him a reward.
Like he could have just sat there and just recorded this in 5 minutes pretending that the Uber has his phone.
I don't want to leave the exact area he dropped me off because there'd be no way for him to contact me. And he said about an hour and I am freezing. I should have stopped and got a coat. Look at this.
Watch this. This is his update on it.
It's been 30 minutes and I'm just staring down this road, hoping to see that car pull up.
It's like 30 minutes. Nothing. Yes, like, I mean, I don't know what he expected. I think he's like, well, they said they'd be here in an hour, so I figured half the car would be here in 30 minutes. I thought half would arrive and the other half of the car would arrive. Then he goes to Times Square, he thinks.
I feel actually really comfortable. So this is Times Square. Look at it. Wait, is this Times Square? I don't even know, actually. I'm not 100%. I think it is, because they have the big sign right there. But I think a lot of places have big signs.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
Yes, I think this is Times Square. Yep, we knew where we were going. Look at that.
I want to watch more. Like, watch this.
You can do that or not. We'll see if the doors are open. Oh, they are open. Look at that. Hey. Well, looks like you can just walk in.
Now, I'm glued to my TV set. This is because part of me in my brain, I'm like, well, Roosevelt's wouldn't have uploaded this if he gets murdered. If he gets murdered on the streets of Manhattan. I expect that there's going to be a moment in this video where he's like, and then the camera just is yanked away and then runs away and does crack in an alley. Because I feel like you're walking around holding this camera up. He survived his trip. I don't think he fakes it. I think he's as genuine as they get, and I love that guy. God bless him. He's an American treasure. You guys should all be subscribed and go over and watch his channel. God, I love that guy.
I was rushing to get up as fast as possible before that elevator door opened, but I'm pretty sure they knew I was laying down on the ground. It's okay. I've got no shame.
All right, the last one. This is a big channel on YouTube. I love this channel. Good Mythical Morning. This is Rhett and Link. They've been around since before YouTube. They used to do those bad commercials at the Red House.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
At the Red House.
I have been hooked on these guys since the very beginning. So first time I saw these guys, I like them. Now, they've been so big that I don't think they can fake anything anymore. I know that they did talk about on one challenge, and I can't find the clip, but they talked about how they did something where they said it was a vat of Tabasco, but it wasn't. They used some cheaper hot sauce they bought at the dollar store.
Swimming.
And that's fake. So they did fake that. I know that Link revealed that they faked that on one of their many spin-off shows. They do like 2 shows a day. And then on the weekend, they used to have this one, Let's Talk About That. Now they have one where they're like, it's our crew. They're going to be on camera because we don't feel like being on camera on the weekend. I don't blame them. And then they also have a channel called Mythical Kitchen where they do these great cooking videos where they'll be like, hey, we're going to bring back, this Pizza Hut pizza from 1987. They also do these episodes that they were really pushing for a while. They were like, they're going to take the aprons off and just talk.
Welcome to Aprons Off, the show where we don't really cook, but we hang out with each other.
And they're selling this like that's a good thing. I'm like, I can watch, you can watch me talk. I mean, talking. Anybody can talk. I can't cook. You want to watch those guys cook? Keep the aprons on. Cook something. Just be like, hey, we're cooking breakfast today. I'll watch.
I don't. No, I'm not saying like that wasn't me saying like I need to. I know. I saw the bathroom on the way in. I was just saying like I think it's funny. Like
I don't think that they fake anything, but I was thinking about the possibility of them faking things during a video where they had a bad popsicle taste test. So they took popsicles and they made them bad flavored. And Josh did this. He talked about how he did it. You know, they break down the molecules and strain it, and then they put the liquid into the thing and they freeze it and they put some dye into it, make it look like a popsicle.
We're gonna lick them and guess what they are.
And look, he's licking it and he's like, ugh, ooh, it's so bad. Now here's the thing, we don't know. We can't taste it. Like, they could fake this. I don't think they do. I think they're too big to fake this. I think we should fake this. I should be like, oh my God, look at this. These glasses are actually popsicles. No, you guys don't know. Oh, it's so, this is actually a popsicle. I know it looks like glasses to you. I made this in my kitchen. I use candy glass and popsicle material. Oh, well, and watch. All gone. I just ate my popsicle glasses. I mean, you could fake this kind of stuff. You could get regular popsicles and I just licked my glasses for several minutes on this video. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, hot dogs.
Closer.
Bologna.
You could fake this, though. You could go get a bunch of popsicles and then just lick them and be like, ooh, oh, it's so bad, right? I mean, you could easily fake this. I don't think they do. I think they should, though. I think we should fake this. I think we should do a fake bad popsicle video where we lie and say now we've already revealed it. We can't do it, but maybe I'll do it. You guys wouldn't care. Like, if you guys are entertained, like if I found out the Good Mythical Morning faked that, I would not be bothered. I'd be like, oh, all right, they faked it. Who cares? I'd still watch. I might even watch more. I'd be like, oh, let me see if they faked it. And I got to say, if they faked it, there'd be some people on the internet that would make videos like this and say, did they fake it? And you'd watch those videos. Then you'd go back and rewatch the videos. You'd watch their videos twice because you were always looking for the fakery, the chicanery. So that's why I think it would be there. So anyway, I don't think any of these guys fake it. I think they all should fake it. All right, well, that's it. I'm done faking it. Right now, a box is going to pop up here and a box over here. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Brand new video for you. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed talking about these. I hope I didn't get copyright strike for any of the clips I put in. Subscribe to all these channels. I love these guys. I'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow.